We assembled here today, we are gathered in order to celebrate 2M House and the STEM Education Center. And the STEM Education Center is a room on the left, which you'll see later on, where we'll have a demonstration of how to prepare a hair gel, mentioned first for His Royal Highness, and you'll be invited. Before using the STEM Education Center, our employees worked with local communities very much. We had a lot of support, and we'll continue to have support of the Catalyst Museum in Widnes, which if you have not visited, you're welcome to visit. And we thought that as the company has grown and we developed, we have more subsidiaries and we have companies working in different areas of chemistry, we created our own academy, and we didn't have room, we had to use hotels and other locations. And we thought if we have our own academy, why not also to use it for the local community? So this is a STEM Education Center. So there are two reasons why we are celebrating today. One is the STEM Education Center, and the other one is the growth of our export business. And these are two subjects that are close to the heart of the Duke of Gloucester, and this is why he agreed to come and reveal the plaque, which is on the right-hand side. I hope the mechanism will work. We tested it a few times. The group gathered here is very important for us. I mean, you are our business partners, our suppliers, our customers, and together with our team, you really make it all work. Without you, it will not work. And if we look back how it started, 2M is relatively young, just over 14 years. It started in September 2004. But when you check our website, we declare that we have history of 152 years. We are not lying, we are not telling the whole truth, because 2M was formed when we acquired Banner Chemicals, and the offices of Banner Chemicals were just 10 minutes down the road from here, Manor Park. Some of you visited. And over time, the offices became small on us, and the car park became small, so we were looking for a place to move. And we found this place, and it also gave us an opportunity to design it according to our needs and to have the STEM room and the 2M Academy. And a couple of people, everybody worked very hard to make it all happen on time. But I'll give credit to James in the corner there, and Colin and the team that came on a weekend and make sure that IT systems will work on Monday morning, which doesn't happen very often. It happens often in our company, but many companies we hear all kinds of stories, so that was great. And Gal, who is standing there, together with Maggie, designed the office, and all the quotations you see here and selection of names of rooms are contribution of our employees. We did run a competition, and we selected names of scientists. But if we go back, we started 14 years ago, we acquired Banner Chemicals. And Banner Chemicals was focused on a company with great tradition, established in 1860. And Banner at that time had about 70 employees and sales of about 30 million pounds. And all the sales were UK focused. Today we are about 300 employees, 130 million pounds. And we have employees, companies from Brazil, Norway, Belgium, Poland, Germany, and China. And this wouldn't happen without the support of our suppliers, our customers, and obviously our dedicated employees. So we are proud with that. Going back to the history of Banner, so it's important to understand the roots and where it started, because I think it's all very much connected. So Samuel Banner, a chemist from Liverpool, at 1860 he established a company called Samuel Banner. In 1885 he registered a patent for a product called white spirit. And in the white spirit room, which is again around the corner, you can see a copy of the original patent. What is interesting is that the company, the patent lawyers still exist in Liverpool. We did register with them some IP, and it's quite interesting. So certain things are sustainable. And it's all about sustainability. So Samuel Banner, a chemist from Liverpool, why did he invent white spirit? I mean, what was the reason? So he came to a conclusion that cutting pine trees to extract turpentine is not sustainable. 1885, he thought about preserving trees. And he realized and he found that a certain distillation cut coming from refineries has similar and actually even better properties. So he made a move from natural to synthetic. Today, some people move from synthetic to natural, some move the other way around. And what is interesting that today, 134 years later, we are still selling white spirit. Now we don't make it anymore. We buy it from our Total, whereas John and Daud came over, but the product is still there. So it's all a story of sustainability. Further on, looking into chemistry and STEM. So we are celebrating STEM, stands for science, technology, engineering, and math. And it's all connected to what we do. So if we go, we try to break it to parts. So what is chemistry about? Chemistry is about connecting. We connect molecules, atoms connect, we connect people. And it's very much in line with what we do, because as a chemical distributor, we take the molecules that are produced by the producers, our business partners. We understand the application know-how. In some cases, we blend them to customer needs, and we try to understand what the customer needs. So we connect between the two, and it's all very sustainable because chemistry changes. But if you understand the focus, if you understand the customer application, you can move and continue to move to very sustainable chemistry. And sometimes in chemistry, you also break a molecule. You take a long chain, you break it to monomers, and then you put the monomers together, and you end up with a polymer. And polymers, again, about connectivity. You build an iPhone, which helps people to connect around the world. And sometimes you take this polymer and you make a great product like Carbopol, which Lubrizol makes, and it's used in the hair gel demonstrations that you will see. So it's all about chemistry and connections. And when you build a business, so going back to STEM, so we cover the science, technology, and engineering. It's great to have science, but without building a manufacturing facility, investing a lot of capital expenditure, you cannot make the product. And sometimes chemical engineers, so I studied chemical engineering, and I remember the first lesson in university, we were told, what is the difference between a chemist and a chemical engineer? And they explained that a chemist will develop a product in the lab, and he goes and says, wow, that's great, I've got 100% conversion of the reaction. And then they ask the chemical engineer, so how do you make it? How do you take it out of the flask? And the chemist has a very simple answer. I just break it and peel it out. And we were told, you are chemical engineers. You need to understand about pumps and pipes, and certain products have certain viscosity, and it will not flow, and you may need to heat it, and you may need to cool it. So our producers are investing a lot of resources, R&D, building plants, and this is very important. So that's a technology engineering, because we start with the science, then we build manufacturing. And then looking into mass. We have to use mass, because if we cannot calculate whether what we make is sustainable, can we sell it? At what price? Is a plant economic? Then it's not sustainable. So everything, STEM and sustainability are very much interlinked. And the UK, a great place, but relatively small. And if you want to be sustainable, you must grow export business. So this is what we have done over the years. We started with UK-centric, we moved into export. And when you export, you need to try to understand what is the culture of the market you are addressing and how to find it out. And we were very much helped by the Department of Industry and Trade. At that time, International Trade. At that time, it was UKTI. And we worked together with them. So we have here Bev and Paul. Yeah. And later on, you'll hear more about it. So it goes back to sustainability, building export business. And when you are exporting, in the old days, Britain used to export many years ago. Sailors sailed in boats, and for all the special instrumentation to navigate, they built special tools, and these tools were they had to be cleaned. So we have here the precision engineering, and Liz here left very early in the morning from London. Again, it goes into science. So this is a time I really want to thank all our customers and suppliers who are here. We have here CC Hydrosonics, Contract Chemicals, and I've known Tony for more years than we probably are ready to admit. But it was all very good acquaintance, different companies, but it's all about chemistry. Evans Vanodyne, McDermott Offshore Solutions, Sherwin-Williams, so we've got here offshore paint, Tor Chemicals, Tristel, very sophisticated company, Veolia, and to our suppliers who are here, BSF, Celanese, Chemoxy, Dow, Innovin, Lubrizol, PQ. Stepan was supposed to be here, but last minute there was some personal issue, Solvay, and obviously Total. And in order to be sustainable and to continue to grow, we have also a very important supplier who supplies us the cash flow, and that's a bank called Investec. And it's not enough to make the products because we need to deliver to the customers. So we have here Greif, who make different innovative drums. We have the Kerry Logistics, who are helping us with the logistics and all the documentation. Interterminals, we need to store the product. Transport companies, then Hartog, Saturn, XPO, and Samat. And communication and marketing, we have 42 Creative, who helped us to design displays and IT solutions. And important to mention also that in order to keep the standards and sustainability of the industry, we are members of a few organizations. We are members of the SIA, the Solvents Industry Association, and the Chemical Business Association, CBA, and Peter is here to represent them. I mentioned Catalyst Museum, and very important, if you haven't visited, go and visit, because you will understand all the background of this place we are here. Cheshire, this is where the chemical industry started with salt, with chloralkali industry, and all the roots. The DIT, the Department of International Trade. And I want to thank the people who make sure that we receive tasty food and drinks. Fiona from Mint Services, Fiona and John. Olive Tree Catering, and gastronomy guys who are preparing this sophisticated nitrogen ice cream. And last but not least, the team from Surfachem, Leicester, Stolin, Banner, Middlesbrough. To Liran and Gemma, who spend a lot of time chasing you all. Can you confirm? Can you send you details? Making sure it all happens. Gal and Maggie, who designed this office. And while we are enjoying the day, and it's important to remember that we are not planning to rest on our laurels. So we plan to continue and grow, and we trust your help in this and your support. And we believe that our journey has just started. So thank you for joining us today.